The world expected silence. The palace expected tradition. But today, Princess Leonor opens her heart for the very first time, and nothing will ever be the same. This is not a press release. This is not a carefully written speech. This is a confession, a moment of truth from the future Queen of Spain, and it is raw, emotional, and real. For years, Leonor has been the symbol of duty. The perfect student, the perfect daughter, the flawless heir. We have seen her grow from a shy little girl on palace balconies to a poised young woman standing shoulder to shoulder with her father, King Felipe VI. Every public moment has been measured. Every word chosen carefully. Every gesture designed to prepare Spain for the day she wears the crown. But behind the perfect image was a private world, a young woman longing to be understood, to be seen not just as a monarch in waiting but as a human being. And now, for the first time, Leonor is letting us into that world. She speaks not in royal decrees, but in her own words. She tells of her fears, the weight of responsibility that sometimes kept her awake at night. She tells of her hopes, for a Spain united, modern, and compassionate. And yes, she tells of love. Real love. Not the kind arranged in history books, but the kind that surprises you, challenges you, makes you feel alive. The moment came during a private gathering at Zarzuela Palace. Family, close advisors, and a handful of confidants were there. Leonor, dressed simply, stood before them and spoke about her heart. She shared that her years at UWC Atlantic in Wales had been more than an education, they had been an awakening. It was there she learned to live among equals, to laugh without protocol, to discover who she was outside of the crown. And it was there, she admitted, that she felt love for the first time. She described how it began, quietly, with shared books and long conversations by the fire. She spoke of how liberating it felt to be seen for who she truly was, not for the title she carried. For a moment, the room was silent. Even Queen Letizia, who has been fiercely protective of Leonor's privacy, was said to be visibly moved. This revelation was not about scandal. It was about humanity. Leonor was showing that she is more than a symbol, she is a young woman who loves, who dreams, who dares to be vulnerable. But as with all things royal, the confession was only the beginning. The advisors knew this would reach the public eventually. They debated, should Leonor speak openly to the press? Should the story be controlled, softened, spun into a palace-approved narrative? Leonor made her choice. She wanted her people to hear it in her voice. Not a speech written for her, not a carefully edited interview, but a genuine message from her heart. And so, for the first time, the future queen sat down in front of a camera and spoke as simply as any young woman would. She spoke about being nervous, about wondering whether she was allowed to fall in love at all, about the pressure of being constantly watched. She admitted that she feared disappointing her parents, feared letting her country down. Her honesty was disarming. Millions watched as the video was released by Casa Real. Social media exploded. Some celebrated her courage. Others questioned whether such openness was appropriate for a future monarch. But the overwhelming response was one of admiration. People saw a side of Leonor they had never seen before, a young woman stepping into adulthood with grace and truth. This single moment has shifted the narrative about Leonor's reign before it has even begun. She is not simply inheriting a crown, she is redefining what it means to wear one. And of course, the questions began. Who was the young man? Would their relationship continue? Would Spain one day have a king consort chosen purely from the heart? Palace insiders stayed silent on names, but those who know Leonor say this experience has shaped her understanding of love forever. This is where the story deepens. Leonor did not just speak of romance, she spoke of leadership. She promised to be a queen who listens, who understands the lives of ordinary citizens because she, too, has felt pain, joy, and longing. Her words have drawn comparisons to Queen Letizia's own journey from journalist to queen. But some say Leonor is going even further, setting the stage for a monarchy that is modern, transparent, and emotionally intelligent. As the months go on, this revelation continues to ripple through Spain. Leonor's popularity is soaring among young people. They see her not as a distant royal, but as one of their own, a girl who studies, who laughs, who falls in love. And yet, there is still a mystery here. What will happen next? Will Leonor's first love remain a quiet memory, or will it one day return to the public stage? Will this openness continue as she takes on more royal duties, or was this a rare glimpse behind the palace walls? Every appearance she makes now carries new weight. Every smile, every glance sparks speculation. And Leonor, aware of this, seems more serene than ever. Because this was never just about revealing a love story. It was about revealing herself. And that is why this moment will be remembered, not as gossip, not as a fleeting headline, but as the day Spain saw the future queen as she truly is, strong, brave, and unafraid to open her heart. And so we watch, more captivated than ever, as Leonor steps forward. The girl who once stood silently beside her father now speaks with her own voice. The young princess who once hid her feelings now lets them be known. The heir to the Spanish throne is not just ready to rule, she is ready to connect. This is the story of Princess Leonor, and it is